And here we are again, we're flying out the Yak-15 today, 6.7, the plane that a lot of people want to see. And I'm not going to be showing you a very long game today, I'm going to be showing you a game versus jets. And I say this because, well, fighting props in this thing is actually pretty easy. If you do want to see how to fight props, I will link one in the top right here. It's mainly against K4s and Germans in general. But I think the real learning experience of this thing is fighting other jets. And that's because most jets completely dust you. You rip your wings over at like 700 kph, and most of these jets do that quite handily. Mainly going to be fighting F-80s today. F-84s are absolute pain in the ass, because if they do not stick on you, you won't be able to kill them. Or you have some really lucky shot, or you have really good aim. If that F-84 is paying attention, and it goes for almost every jet, you're not going to be killing them. Props on the other hand, you outrun most of them, you have a lot better retention than most of them, and you can actually turn also with most of them. Do be careful at low speed, because you still have a jet engine and you do not have the best power to weight, which makes it so that at lower speed the prop can just start pulling verticals, making you stall out in the long run, but 9 out of 10 times you can simply dive away and you just zoom away from them. The props are not fast enough and they do not have the same acceleration at higher speeds as you. So it's kind of a trade-off. Do you trade some high speed and retention for low speed performance? But that's not the case here. If you want to see that, it's still on the top right. Starting off with an F-80A on my 6. He's Dutch, so that means he has to die, because there can only be one. I don't want to simply fly straight away from him and sit in his guns forever, so I want to close the distance a little bit so I can start re-engaging him. So I pull into him, I go up here, and I'm gonna be pulling straight in front of this guy to entice him into pulling up after me. He doesn't do it. Smart choice, because if he does, he simply dies. So he's gonna be flying away. I shoot a few rounds, he dodges, and we reset. I'm gonna be diving a little bit, get my speed back up, and I'm gonna be chasing him for just a little while so that I can get some of my speed back. I won't be catching him, but by flying kind of directly towards him, he will need more space to turn around, and I have some more time to get my speed back up. He will be faster than me regardless, that doesn't matter. But I need some speed to work with in order to even dodge him, if that makes any sense. I'd rather go 500 and 700 than of course 500 and 300, because then I'm so slow I can't dodge anymore. And again, I'm gonna be pulling into him, and then I go defensive again. I start pulling in front of his guns. I'm trying to make this guy very aggressive. I'm trying to make him impatient. So I just keep pulling in front of him, and then I do the same thing again. And this time I have enough speed, so I'm just gonna be diving away from him. I won't be catching him anyway, and I want this fight to go on as quickly as I can. So if I start chasing him, I start on the 6, he's gonna outrun me. We're not gonna accomplish anything, neither of us are. So we're just gonna waste both of each other's time. He starts shooting at pretty long range. This guy really wants to kill me apparently. And I just start pulling in front of him again. And this time I get a little bit closer, a little bit sketchy, and he takes the bait. He's getting impatient. He's stuck just too long, and now he tries to run away. But I'm 200 meters on your 6. You're not very fast. These guns are an absolute ass to aim, but there goes his way. And there come the wheelchairs. Yes, this was back when I was having a pretty shitty streak, not gonna lie. And this F-80 should have completely handed me my ass, but he got impatient and he died for it. Just trying to push him into the deck. I know that a lot of F-80s can pull out with one wing, so I made sure that by staying on him, it can pull up, because if he pulled up I would be right on his 6. And then after a certain threshold, if he's going straight down with one wing, he's not pulling out anymore, and I can simply break off and he's gonna go into the trees. And that's kill number 1. And that's how most of your jet kills will be like. People that eventually stick on you, maybe some head-ons, maybe some snapshots, maybe some third partying. In general, F-84s especially are just an absolute pain in the ass, and they're very hard to kill if they're paying attention to you. If of course they start a dogfight, there's no chance they're gonna win dogfight with you. But you have to bait people in these fights, and otherwise they're just gonna run away. And with the servers lately, that sometimes make shells hit you even though they miss you, it's very risky to do so. But chasing people that are faster than you isn't gonna accomplish anything, so I'd rather take a little bit of a risk and bait people into fights, and it's also way more fun, so why not do it. Shoot the F-3D down in the head-on, not much to talk about there. And now there's 2 F-80s on my 6 and 1 F-3D, pretty low energy right next to me. I can bet on the fact that this guy's just gonna keep ground pounding as I fly towards those F-80s, but I don't want to risk it. 2v1 is enough. And I can very easily take him out for dinner here and shove him into a tree, so why not. So I'm gonna be focusing him. I have a lot of energy, I will easily catch him, and he's not gonna be out-turning me whatsoever. So this is gonna be a relatively easy kill. After taking him out, we are going to go for the 2 F8s on the other side of the map. But we are not there yet, because right now I have to survive a head-on with one of my teammates. And if you are in this situation, where your friendly's on the 6 of an enemy, do not full commit the enemy. You're giving the enemy a chance to kill someone, and in the absolute worst case scenario you hit your teammate, and now you have to 1v1 the enemy that was almost dead, and now you might lose it. And if you got 2 people killed because you got greedy, but also 1 survived, technically that's a number advantage of 3. That's a lot of planes, especially late game, so just don't do it. If the guy's on my 6, feel free to do it. I mean, I'd rather have you take him head on and kill him than him killing me and him flying away. So even if you kill me in the process, at least you also killed an enemy. I'd rather have you not kill me, of course not. But, I mean, it's less of a risk when he's shooting at me, because I'm probably dead anyway. And that's another thing I want to talk about. And that's in 2v1s, and I see this so frequently it actually makes my blood boil. It's a 2v2. I have someone on my 6 and I'm shooting at someone. My teammate comes in and he starts shooting at the guy I am shooting at. What are you trying to accomplish here? If you shoot the guy on my 6, I survive, I kill the guy in front of me, we both get a kill and we win. You shoot the guy in front of me, the guy on my 6 kills me, now you have to 1v1 the guy that was on my 6, you might lose it, now you have 1 kill, I die and we lose. There is no gain for anyone here. Sure, you can maybe kill both of them, but most of the people are not capable of doing that. We go ahead on with the F80 again, and I want to bait this guy in a dogfight, so I just pull instantly straight in front of him. And he takes it. He instantly takes it, because when people get on your 6, they think they have the kill. Unfortunately for this guy, I'm very low on fuel. I'm in a way more maneuverable plane, so I can simply wall around him. I'm not going to be using flaps, I'm not going to be using throttle drops at all. I am mainly just trying to keep my speed up, so that if he tries to run away, I have more of a firing solution. I'm starting to get some shots here. He starts to air brake now, because he noticed the overshot. It's not going to do you much good. Now I crit him, I damaged his entire plane, probably his engine. So now I can start dropping a little bit of speed. I'm starting to use a little bit of my flaps, because he can't run away anymore. So right now I'm going to be dropping on top of him. I definitely killed his engine looking at his speed. He bails out, and that's GG. And that's all I have for you today. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a nice whatever day it is, because right now it's February the 12th. Yes, I'm still probably not back if you're seeing this.